All right, guys, we're going to start this fire. So what do you need to start a fire, or what do you need to keep a fire going? First of all, got something that you're going to have, it's going to be readily available, is oxygen. You need oxygen. That's also, you need to know the elements of a fire. So when you want to put a fire out or while a fire is not going. So oxygen is the main thing. So one of the things I do when I start this, I do not close it. I don't close it right away, just in case it's not getting enough oxygen. So I leave this open when I first get the fire started. The next thing what you need for a fire is a spark of some sort or an accelerant to keep that fire going in the early stages. Along with the accelerant and the spark to get it initially started, you got to have kindling, meaning small pieces of the fuel, which is the third element. So what you want to have is some kindling, an accelerant to get that fire initially going. That is the main thing. To get it initially going is the hardest part. So this is the product I use. It's called Quick Start. This is my accelerant. I light this and put the fire or I set the wood on around it. And this is the brick. And then I actually break the brick in half, and I only use a half at a time. When you first start a fire, you want to use, you actually want to use the smallest pieces of wood you possibly can at a time. But this is the base of the fire. So I could put a couple, just two slices of wood, I guess what I call it, a slice, pieces of wood that I've already cut and chopped. I put that in there, and then I put the accelerant, the quick start, in there right there like that. If you can see that, I put that right in there. I don't want to put it at the bottom on the base, the bare base. I want to put it on a piece of wood. That's what I want to do. And then also when I'm starting to stack, because I'll eventually start stacking. When I first start stacking it, I don't want to. Again, I want it to get enough oxygen, so I'm not going to stack it too tightly. I want to stack it pretty open, but I'm going to put stuff on top of it. So of course I need to light it. And the funny thing is, I found that my son doesn't know how to light anything with a match, which is crazy. Again, times have changed where kids aren't used to doing these things. So it was so weird that I had to spend so much time teaching them how to light something with a match, because I taught him this exact thing. And what you have to do, you got to put the match below the thing you're trying to light. You don't put it on top, you put it below. I don't know why he couldn't figure that out, but maybe some of you don't know that yourselves, so it's quite a few things that are surprising to me that some people just don't know that I knew when I was their age. So this is what I mean by kindling. This is the kindling, little pieces of wood that I want to put around the fire as it goes. Be careful, they poke. I just poked myself. So I want to put it next to it, around it, not necessarily on it. I want to avoid putting it on it, but I want to build a little like TP type arrangement around it. And I want that to light. I want that to get on, ignite and burn. And these are simply pieces that broke off while I was chopping wood. As you chop wood, pieces may break off, and that will give you your kindling. So you can actually buy kindling, but that's not smart. Don't buy any kindling. So that's all I need to do for right now. That's a good setup initially. As that burns, then I'll add bigger pieces of wood and bigger pieces of wood and bigger pieces of wood as the fire becomes more intense and more intense. But right now the fire is small, and it's nothing's really going heavy yet. Now it's caught on fire, but as you'll see, I want ambers to start coming about, and that's the perfect scenario. That's the perfect situation for adding bigger pieces of wood. And it'll start rolling, and you can hear the sound. And that sound is one of the things you absolutely want when you have a fire. It triggers some good emotions to hear that fire rolling. It absolutely does. All right, for the sake of the video, I'm having the door open wide like this. I wouldn't have the door this wide open. I do want to have the door cracked, but I won't have it sealed. Like when you close the door, you'll seal it, and that's when it's ready to go. Far as you don't need to add anything else. It's at its peak for being as productive as it can be. That's what I want to say. Now at this point, I'm going to add some more, but more wood, but just the kindling. But I'm going to add bigger pieces of wood, but not big, huge logs, not the logs. As we get this fire going, I'm going to talk to you about what else you can do in case you can't get a fireplace or wood burning stove in your home. Well, what you can do, which is still very common, and humans have been doing this forever, is a fire pit. You can mimic being around a fire with a fire pit. A fire pit can be permanent. You can have that installed outside of your home, or 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 you can have a temporary fire pit where you can move from one place to another. And then another thing that you can do is with a grill. Here's the thing, it doesn't hit the same way. It does not hit the same way if you have a gas grill, because a gas grill turns on with a switch. A gas grill doesn't require you to chop some wood, and the gas grill doesn't have the same smell. It has the smell of cooking meat, which is good. But when you have the smell of that wood burning, it changes the game. It absolutely changes the game. It's instinctual, it's biological, and it's a turn on. That's the main thing. What do we want to do? We want to turn her on. Biologically, biologically, you want her to want you, and it'll happen with fire. The last thing you can do, get a hotel room or a place to go on vacation or resort. Be in it once in a while. Go to a cold climate, a cool climate. I don't usually don't go to many cool climate vacations or on cool climate vacation locales. However, it makes a difference, guys. To come in from the cold, if it's chilly outside, and have that fire going, it hits. A little side note, how I know this stuff works, not that I did anything, but sister-in-law, my sister-in-law came and stayed with us for the holidays, and she does not like sleeping in the guest bedroom. She likes sleeping out here in the like I said before, my diet man cave on the couch. She'd rather sleep on the couch than to sleep in the guest bedroom because of this wood burning stove. It makes a difference. If I could tell you anything, guys, if you when you buy your home and it doesn't have a fireplace, get a wood burning stove. It makes a difference. Now, here's a little side note before I go and shut this video down and end it. I bought this wood burning stove during the summer. Yes, I bought it during the summer. Why would I do that? Why that doesn't make any sense. Did I use this during the summer? Absolutely not. It was months. It was months till I actually finally used it. Why'd I do that? Guys, as I say before in my clothing, style and fashion videos, my videos about looking good and everything else, I don't pay full price. No one wants to buy a wood burning stove during the summer. So what is it? It was on sale. That's right. To have this installed and to purchase this item, it was at a very, very good discount. That's how you do it, guys. That's how you do it. All right, guys. That is in for this part of the video. I'll continue on and showing you the different steps of the fire and showing you what it should look like while it's going in its different stages. And that's pretty much it. We're going to end with that, like I said, but keep watching. I'll show you more stages. All right, guys, don't forget, I'm just here to help.